Times have been tough.
No doubt about it.
Tough on all of us. But you know what? So be it. The Workers Club.
Yeah, let's start. Okay, it's recording. Let's start with the sound effect. I have another idea down the road for more sound effects. It's the Workers Club with Larry, Gus, and Wilson, and everyone's sober, right?
For like 10 more minutes.
Oh,
Cool.
And the Workers Club promise. I promise I will not drink about a half a bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, tell them the solution. You've removed the label.
I removed the wrapping of the bottle. As you can see now, the bottle is completely naked, and I can see the amount, as opposed to not seeing the amount.
I can never do brown liquor.
Oh, Lord. I wonder if Colin can hear us like this. Can you hear people like this when you're just sitting out? I'm going to add them. Colin, I'm adding you. You don't have to be on camera. You don't have to be on audio.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Colin, the number one fan, the number one OG.
Yeah.
Because the Workers Club is going to go for 100 years, and Colin is going to be...
100-year Reich?
Yeah.
We're going to work on the messaging.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
What? Hang on a second. Somehow, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the stats, the raw data, if you will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 3 is 90 listens, which is 4 times episode 1 and 2.
Which one is episode 3?
The one you were drunk on.
Whoops.
So are the numbers telling us that...
I mean, the first 2 Brian shows were a dud, and then this one, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the new Twitter account I have.
Did you put something in the description? Some sort of keyword?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, great episode. Hashtag great episode. That's what I think.
Hashtag conversation.
I was telling, Gus, I was like, outside of Larry letting me drown, great dynamic. I think we've got it. Colin, do you agree? You love it, don't you?
I love it, yeah.
There you go. Now, see, Colin is going to be the test here. In the future, we will be charging for this. $20, you get to sit in on a record sesh. Right, Colin? So after this, Colin, you got to be the guy that's like, it's worth every penny.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll write an email about how
yes.
You can
my
write
life and
into
stuff.
that email at the Workers.
Oh, yeah. What's the email?
gmail.com.
The Workers Club Show at Gmail. We got it. There's like 20 people who listen every Thursday morning or Friday morning.
Who are you?
I gotta know one of these weirdos.
Yeah.
Not me. I've said that same thing on Dear Tony, where it was the one guy in like Belgium, the one listen every time, and then it stopped. I never found who are you? What are you doing? How are they finding it? I guess they find us on Twitter. Is what you think?
I do a lot to get impressions on Twitter.
Do we do the thing where we record an ad and then shoot it out into the
trailer?
Yeah.
I'm looking at stuff like that.
Should we do it? And it's just a clip of me saying, "What did you say I said? How do we know?"
How do we know?
Just I don't know what would the trailer just us calling various people in the wrestling industry dorks,
Coward.
cowards, losers,
Skinny legs.
little pins. Okay, Larry, are you ready for it?
Sure.
But so we need to be nicer or meaner?
You know, there's a balance because there's these guys I listen to
Is it
that
really
cover.
nice but fucked up?
There's these guys that cover Bravo TV shows, and they're fucking mean. But they,
No, I don't want.
they
I don't
have,
want. I'm not about that life.
but they have their own like live show they do where they get the Bravo people. They come on. People are like, "Oh, thank you for making fun of me." You have to hit that balance where like the C-lister, which wrestlers would be C-listers, are still want that cachet, where they're willing to get mocked as long as they get some of that action.
I think what the
Hilarious.
part is to not allow yourself to be a part of the work.
You know what I was thinking was like, if NPR read Bret Hart's book, they'd be like, "What a
Cherry
strange
Grove.
and wonderful life he's led," and they'd be like so,
Yeah.
amazed at the carnival life that these people do. But we're not that because we know the carnies too well. So I don't think we can undo it. We can't be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be. I mean, I like Mick Foley. I like.
We weren't that hateful to him.
I don't think so.
No.
I think we've only been really hateful towards Sean.
We
And
we
then
did
we were
make
nice
some
to his face,
terrible-
like cowards.
Yeah, that's true.
But
We
this
did
is
make some
where-
terrible Foley jokes, thinking back to it now, about Santa's Village and kids.
I didn't. I don't
Look,
know.
we
See,
could
that's the
take
thing.
it
I don't know.
back.
My hands are clean.
Accused him
That's
of a
part
couple
of
things
this,
for
though,
sure.
is learning. We see worse people, and then it's a constant game of the pecking order of.
Well, like Brian here, Brian Gewirtz. He's self-deprecating enough that he'd appreciate it. He's like, yeah, speculate about how much I spend on sex work. It's funny. Right?
All right, you want this intro?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the Workers Club, where we don't mince words and we do not beat things into the ground until they lose all meaning. Saying that, I love bad guys that are a menace. Even better if they're an absolute menace. Often, I'll be watching a bad guy wrestler, what is called a heel, I've learned, and they'll be doing something dastardly, and I'm thinking, looking emoji, crying laughing emoji, skull emoji. And now I present Larry's list of absolute menaces. Dirty Dom Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Logan Paul, Lexus King, The Rock, JBL, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, Baron Corbin, Randy Orton, Dijak, Gunther, Seth Rollins, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, AJ Styles, Asuka, Austin Theory, Bailey, Grayson Waller, Eddie Thorpe, John Cena, Wesley, Keith Lee, Boogeyman, Vince McMahon, and of course Drew McIntyre. Thank you, and please do be a menace to society.
Wow.
You forgot Les Thatcher.
Was he a menace? Was he an absolute menace?
No. I don't
What
like that one, Wilson. I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire here.
I saw somebody talk. It's just.
I'm
being
sure it
used too
was inspired
much.
by
It was
something.
a bugaboo. And then I went on to Twitter and just searched WWE menace, and those are all people
Wow.
that have been listed as menaces.
I take it back. I
Wow.
applaud it then.
See,
Wesley
you're on
is a
Twitter.
menace, huh?
Yeah, he did some moves in a row. I think he did a kip up, and somebody was like, "What a menace!" We've lost the meaning of menace.
We've lost meaning.
Okay, so we left off with Michael Cole pissing on the plane, right?
I
Or
don't want to go
Undertaker.
back that far. I was gonna say start with lesson 5.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Because Undertaker. He work, shoot, blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Because all I wrote, I said it then. I just wrote loser. Lesson number 5. Okay, we're still in Vince's life lesson. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. No. We can't do this yet. We got to talk about. We aren't a good podcast unless we talk about stuff that's in the news relating to what we're talking about. And also because you guys haven't read any chapters, and this will beef up the episode.
Sure.
Oh, you said you had a whole thing like.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's-
and I already forgot it, and I'm sober. I'm good. Okay.
You know, if
Right.
he's super online, I've been starting to tag him in these Twitter posts, so I hope he let's get it going.
Let's not make an enemy of $7. The Rock will cut a 22-minute promo on us and send it on Twitter. You see what he did to the La Rocca guy, or Dave LaGreca, or whatever his name is.
Boy, now is that guy? Has he been in the business?
I think he runs a promotion or has some kind of thing in Texas, because Thunder Rosa's close with
He
him.
looks questionable. Kind of looks like
Well.
Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, he
That kind of
does.
look. Yeah.
I think he recently said that AEW. Now this I could be wrong. I think he said that AEW missed on Hammerstone, not signing Hammerstone.
Who?
I thought they did.
No, TNA signed Hammerstone.
Oh, I'm thinking of Peppermint or what's her name?
Oh, Pepper. No. Yeah, Pepperman?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Hammerstone.
No,
was
Hammerstone
Peppermint.
is the guy
He's a
that dresses
wrestler.
like Tyler Durden. Yeah.
Oh.
Tyler Durden.
I think that's what I thought when I first
Gus
saw
is a
him.
Fight Club guy, so I'd ask him.
Oh no.
Red leather,
I'm
red
not.
leather pants. You know, the blonde hair.
I might have
Maybe
seen
it
it
was-
once.
Hey, look, AEW, Okada, Ospreay,
Hammerstone.
Monet, and then they said no. Hammerstone is going to break the bank. TNA swooped in. Okay, here we go. So, Michael Leonardi, am I saying that right? Leonardi went on his LinkedIn. I didn't know you could do this. You could go on your LinkedIn and
Where
drop
you at?
videos. Where am I at? I'm not in the book. This is
Oh,
me
you're still reading
my
news.
own
I'm
thing.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this
Go
is
ahead.
it. Here we go. Because we've been talking about Bryan and the culture of WWE, and this guy worked with Bryan. And also, a big thing on the last episode was, Vince doesn't like to get challenged. Or he does. Sorry, I keep confusing it. He does like to get challenged, but every time he gets challenged, he's like, "Shut the fuck up and sit down." So, and Bryan says, "You just got to do it the right way." Okay. So Michael Leonardi went on his LinkedIn. He worked for the WWE in 2005, from 2001 to 2005, and he was doing on-air promotions at the studio. He wasn't like a writer.
Okay.
And then he came back later from 2015 to 2016 and was a writer. So he went on LinkedIn and said, "What happened?"
Oh.
What he left both times. He got fired one time, and he left the other time. So I'm gonna go. He goes backwards. He talks about 2016 first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for 2005 first.
So you're going chronological, but
Yes.
not written.
Yes, I don't know why he did it. Okay, so
Because he's a terrible
I
writer.
don't know because he's on LinkedIn. He's dropping videos on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So in 2005, it had to do with the presentation of Muhammad Hassan. Leonardi wanted to make changes to the presentation.
He was offended as an Italian. That,
Specifically the mock beheadings. He was asked to create a video package for Hassan and The Undertaker's match at the Great American Bash 2005. He could not go through with it, and he asked to create a package for a different match. And he was demoted. When the backlash happened after the terrorist attack, I think it was in London.
oh,
right?
London, yeah.
UPN said, "Let's kill this character."
Mhm.
And he was promoted back to his prior position. So
Interesting.
This is what he said. Quote. This is what Michael Lenardi said. I'll tell you the other story real quick of why I left in the first place in 2005. This was voluntary. I left for a couple reasons. I left because we had a character called, his name was Muhammad Hassan, and in fact, I had helped with a lot of his vignettes, which we would shoot. Okay, I think Barry Bross was the one who was doing all the vignettes. I was actually in the vignettes. I'm actually in them, but I was an associate producer at the time. It was '05. Then he got in this angle with the Undertaker, and this was 2005, in July of 2005. Hey, Michael, we got it. I don't know if some of you remember, there was these bombings that were going on in London, and these bus bombings, and there's a lot of stuff in the news about these terrorists that were beheading people and airing it or whatever. And so things like beheadings were really triggering probably to some people or whatever that was. But Muhammad Hassan would do these kind of mock beheadings and leading up to his match with The Undertaker and stuff like that. I was like, we got to pull this. We got to do something. Stop doing that. Clearly, it's hitting too close to home right now for people. It's probably not the best thing to do. And then I was asked to produce a promotional video promoting that match. It was the Muhammad Hassan Undertaker match. Michael. And I was like, dude, I can't cut this. This is wrong. I said, can you give me something else? Can I take one of these other ones? And interestingly enough, I asked to cut an Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio match, which involved Dominic when he was a little kid, which is crazy to think now that he's like this major superstar now.
Oh, hold on. Is he trying to take credit for Dominic?
I'm doing verbatim. I end up cutting that promo, and for that, they gave me that promo, and then they demoted me. They didn't demote me financially, but they took away pretty much all my responsibilities at the time, and this was from my boss, John Gewirtz, Big John from Tough Enough.
Boy.
Oh,
Who I think I saw recently when they were walking to Australia. I think I saw him.
oh, Big John's still in the family?
I think
No,
so.
remember, he went to TNA.
But is he still with TNA? I don't know. Let's see. Big John. I'm typing it in.
I mean, he might need to be on the payroll. You might have seen some things.
I swear I thought I saw him.
No, he
No,
said, oh no, never mind. Oh, fucking Twitter.
Yeah, I
Can we get
know.
Big John?
On LinkedIn, it says VP WWE, but that might be fake because that's all it says. It just says John Gewirtz, VP WWE, the end. Oh, hey, wait. I got a news thing. It says John Gewirtz working with WWE again.
Oh,
This
yeah,
was in
back.
April 19th, 2018.
Yep.
So he's back in the fold. He's back in the fold.
On Tough Enough, he never seemed to. He seemed like a guy they kept in the dark. He didn't seem to know much.
Yeah, because you got to keep a guy in the dark. That's
He's the guy in the shadows. He's like Vince thinks he's committing a crime away from prying eyes, but then you just see John's eyes in the shadows, and he's just standing very quietly. He's seen it. So that's a whole other conversation about his position in the company, how he got to that position.
So he's just
I
making
think-
these blogs on LinkedIn.
He put a video out, 2 videos out on LinkedIn, talking about his time at WWE. Which is, again, that's something else to talk about. These people that now that Vince is caught, essentially, going, I've got some stuff to say.
look. I was the guy. I was the moral voice in the room. I tried. I was punished.
I think Big is a good guy and everything else like that, but how he was put into that position and the way that he managed our department, I did not agree with at all, obviously. And so for me to go in there and speak up and say, man, this is wrong. I don't want to cut this. Please give me another project. I'll do one of the other pay-per-view promos, which they did, but then they demoted me for it. And it wasn't until UPN put all this pressure on WWE that says, you guys need to pull this or else we're dropping you or whatever it was. It was a very real thing. They ended up dropping the storyline, and then once that came in, like, oh, so now our network that pays hundreds of millions of dollars says this is too much, we got to pull it, and they pulled it. They ended up killing the storyline. The Muhammad Hassan character was gone forever, and I was reinstated with all my responsibilities after that. And after that happened, I was like, F you guys. This is not how you treat people. And so I left. And now he explained, well, I'll get to why he explains why he went back then.
You know what they should have done? They should have had Hassan cut his promos from a cave, like with that same kind of shot that Bin Laden would use. That'd be nuclear heat.
Didn't they give that to the guy that was a GM? See, Colin, unmute yourself. Who am I talking about? Brad.
Brad.
And then mute
Oh,
yourself
Brad
again.
Maddox?
Brad Maddox. Never mind, Colin. Stay on mute. Brad Maddox. Got it. Yes, Brad Maddox. He was doing things. Oh, no, wait. That was after he left WWE. He was like, I'm in a cave. Help me.
Yeah, that was like after the Page stuff.
Whoops. What a weird thing to do. Okay, so now he's back in. It's 2015. He's on the writing team. He's on the creative team. It's Martin Luther King Day. Okay? There was a segment on the show involving R-Truth, Titus O'Neil, Mark Henry, and Neville, now known as Pac.
I heard this one.
You've heard, okay.
Yeah.
Pac has been scripted in the promo to say, I have a dream too, and that's to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Pac goes up to Lenardi and I'll just read it. There we go. So I was fired over a very particular segment, which quite frankly still rubs me the wrong way. And I think about it all the time, and I always think about what I could have done better, if anything, to have not gotten fired. This is a guy who left on morals, right? And he's like, how did I lose that job?
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, I was given a segment, and this had already gone through a couple of rewrites. And this was one of the days where there was a lot of late-minute rewrites. There was a lot of backup with shooting segments. We had another big segment that was being shot at the time with New Day, and they were doing a eulogy for their trombone that got destroyed or something. I love that all these writers are always like, I don't remember. It was some crappy thing.
But no one will out like who
Yeah.
actually was responsible for that.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, like the dude, it's like, or a eulogy for the trombone or something. No, that was it. You remember it exactly.
There is no
That's
more to
what
it.
was.
That is literally it. Yeah, that is the substance.
My segment, though, was involving 4 talent, 3 African Americans. It was R-Truth, Titus O'Neil, Mark Henry, and Neville, a Caucasian guy. So that is definitely a description of Neville. So this, I can't think of a better one. So this happened to be Martin Luther King edition of Monday Night Raw, right? The Martin Luther King edition.
Correct.
It took place in Columbus, Ohio, and it was on a Monday. Whatever. What a thing.
Wait,
Sorry.
that's
It was on a
fact. You need to
Monday.
add
Whatever. Or whatever.
It was literally on a Monday. Yeah.
It was like January 16th or something like that.
You know. Okay. I hate this guy already.
I forget the date. It sounds like you remembered it exactly. What's Martin Luther King Day? Luther King Day, January. Is it not January 16th? Is he trying to remember, but he doesn't want to get it wrong?
2015.
Is it what, like the second or third Monday of every January?
It was January 19th.
Okay, so he's off, but he kind of feels like he can't get it wrong.
Easily verifiable fact. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Calendars.
I think he's just nervous. He doesn't want to get Martin Luther King wrong or something. He's like, I don't know. It was, you know. But, yeah, so if it was the 19th. Okay. Anyway, as he says also, when I finally got the new script and brought in, we did not have a lot of time to shoot it. And essentially the script called for Neville to speak up and tell everyone else that he's got a dream too, and that dream is to win the Royal Rumble. And I remember Neville coming up to me after he read it, and he was like, Mike, man, I can't say this. For anyone that is trying to understand this, trying to compare, these things are comparable, and some face, he was a good guy, got it? A wrestler who wants to one day win the Royal Rumble to one of the most iconic speeches in American history about civil rights, and how important that was. To try to play on that was dumb. It was poor writing, and I'll tell you why. Who was the head writer at the time?
I don't know.
Number one, it doesn't make Neville look like a face. That would be something that a heel would say, right? that would be something that a bad guy would say in that way to undermine the importance of that speech at the end of the day.
Was this after he turned down doing the Mighty Mouse thing? Because you know that's punitive.
Yeah, yeah. So not only was Neville not comfortable saying it, the other 3 guys in the room, Titus, R-Truth, Mark Henry, were like, yeah, this is fucking terrible. And so we did not have time to go back and get rewrites, and I was not comfortable at all, nor did I even think it was an option, quite frankly, to try and get them to do it as is. The talent didn't want to shoot it, so what do? So we worked together, and we tried to find a way that we could pull this off and it not come off racially insensitive or to basically mock, to some degree, one of the most prolific speeches of all time by a guy who's supposed to be a good guy, too. There was no way that this was going to be pulled off, so we ended up just having R-Truth say it.
Hey,
R-Truth, who is a Hall of Famer.
I got to cut in. So this is 2015, he said?
Yeah. Were you there?
2015 or 2016, yeah.
Oh, or 2016.
Yeah, he doesn't say.
Because I was going to say Neville was not up there in 15.
So it has to be 26. So this must be why he thinks he got fired. So it has to be 2016.
So it'd be 116, 16. Oh, it was 118. Okay, January 18th. Okay. He does have the people right. Mark Henry, Neville, R-Truth, and Titus O'Neil.
So we shot this. Okay, so he goes.
They were wrestling the Cosmic Wasteland. You know what that is, right?
Oh.
Ascension and Stardust, right?
Yeah.
You're a fucking nerd. Why would you know that? I thought I was going to get you.
No, I'm not. You're not going to get me on that
I
kind of
was
stuff.
weirdly tuned back in. I had like some weird hope for some reason.
Well,
I can't remember why.
I agree with Gus. There was a time, so 2014 NXT starts up like as it was where it was.
I
presenting
started
itself
watching again then. I'm with you.
as a super indie, and I'm going okay. And these
And
guys
a
are
network.
wrestling. Yes, and these guys are wrestling how I want them to wrestle. It's just meat and potatoes.
Mhm.
And I'm going, well, then these guys get called up. Maybe there's a chance. I don't know why I didn't think Vince would just snuff it out. I don't know why I'm an idiot. But yes, I was checking back out again around 2016, 2017. I'm slowly drifting again.
So just cut to the chase. You're going on
Hold
forever
on.
with
No.
this story.
We got to get the
He gets
full
fired.
quote.
We know.
No, Larry. You always
This
do
was-
this. Let it breathe. We'll take as long as it takes.
You're boring me.
No, I'm not boring you, Michael Leonardi.
I'm sorry.
Leonardi.
He is.
I'm just reading.
I don't like his writing either.
Yeah, it's a lot of stammering. Well, he's speaking off the cuff. So R-Truth is a Hall of Famer. He is so incredible about delivering things. And so we had R-Truth say it for Neville in a way that made it fun and warm and not insensitive in any way, or not basically making light of on the day of MLK Day. So
Is
we
that why
shot
our
it.
truth has been employed for like 30 years?
Absolutely.
It's like the opposite of when Mox was like, "Do not let them know you do
Yeah.
comedy." R-Truth let them know, and then he was like, "Whatever you want, boss." So we shot it that day. We shot it that way. We are running out of the time, and everybody. My boss, Dave Kapoor, was in the room, and he approved it. And afterwards, Dave said to me, "Hey, Mike, why don't you just go down to Gorilla and tell Vince what we did here? And just give him a heads up."
Great idea.
Say cowards. They know.
Instantly fired before he looks at the door. He's gone.
I said, "Okay." So I go down to Gorilla, and Vince is sitting in Gorilla, where he always used to sit. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got his headphones on. I said, "Hey, Vince, just want to give you a heads up. We shot this thing. Talent had a little bit of an issue with how it was written, so we had R-Truth say the line as well. We think it felt good. We're happy with it. I know it's my responsibility, but just want to let you know, and I'll never forget this." He's staring at the screen. He takes it off his headphones, and he turned to me and he said, "So you didn't give me what I wanted."
So, real quick pro tip: never at work say, "I know it's my responsibility." Nothing is ever your responsibility.
And my eyes got big, and I'm like, And I said, "Yes, sir. I know. I understand." I explained it again, what we did, the circumstances around it, the limitations that we had, and I took full responsibility for it, and then he just chewed me the fuck out. Pardon my French, but he chewed me out. So, on the next episode of SmackDown, Vince hands Leonardi, why am I, it's Gewirtz and this guy, why do they got names that I can't? Leonardi, he hands him a thing, a script, and he goes, Titus has to say this verbatim.
Oh, no. No.
So he goes, imagine getting chewed out by Vince McMahon. He got really heated. And it's funny. I remember when it was over, and I'll get into the details. Brian James, Road Dogg, was right next to me. And basically, he's waiting to talk to Vince, and I'm turning around and looking at him, and he gave me a look that was like, and I don't know how to react, look like he's looking down. When he does that, when Vince does that, what do? There's nothing you can do to even, it's clear that he's also been in that position before. It's just throwing Road Dogg like, yeah, Vince yelled at me too.
You just gotta eat the dog food.
Yeah. I'm not the only one that was on the other end of a lashing. But yeah, so Vince was just chewing me out, and I'm saying to him, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to tell him, I acknowledge. I'm listening. I'm trying to learn, and man, he goes, stop saying that! You're only saying that because you just want to get out of here. And I'm like, what do you want me to say? I'm just listening. I'm acknowledging you. It was a disaster. And, I remember the next day we were at SmackDown. He'd basically given me another thing with Titus. And basically the assignment was Titus has to say this and do this whole segment literally word for word. Not one word in the 2 paragraphs that he had to memorize and say, he had to deliver it. Every single word exactly the same. Every word that was written on that paper had to be said. It ended up taking us 2 hours to shoot it, which that does not speak well of Titus, that he can't remember 2 paragraphs. Because here's the thing, so many times, and this is a double standard, there have been people that have ad-libbed in these things over and over. There's been times when things have been changed. It happens all the time, but for some reason, in this scenario, and look, I had gotten to this place with Vince, the way people say it, so you have to break through his wall with Vince. If you don't, you're gone, you're done. You have to kind of break through this wall with him to not be almost a threat of being fired, right? And I just never gotten there with him. And clearly, I think it was something that I think he was just really pissed off that the script was changed. And even despite explaining the circumstances and the fact that we were all just trying to protect the company. We're just trying to protect the company from putting out a statement that was racially insensitive, that was just poor, that just put us potentially in a bad light over nothing. I have replayed that moment thousands of times in my head, and I've asked myself, could I have done something to have not gotten fired? And the only thing that I could have potentially have done, although quite honestly, I wouldn't even know that, and my boss didn't say, he didn't bring this up as an idea, nobody else did, was I could have gone to Neville and said, hey man, if I even knew this, I'm like, listen, this is what Vince wants. This is what's on the paper. We have to shoot this. However, why don't we shoot it as Vince told us, and then we shoot an alternative? Mike, you said there was no time to do that. That's why you didn't do it. With the way that myself and the rest of the talent, the best version of the statement comes off funny. It was warm-hearted. Sorry. There's a lot of... It puts everyone over at the end of the day and doesn't put the company in bad light. I can tell you, that would have been the best outcome. And the talent was saying, I'm not saying this. I'm not comfortable saying this. And you have 3 black guys on a racially insensitive thing. And they're like, this is terrible. We can't put this out. And you have no time to go back. He's just spiraling. You got to make calls on the fly sometimes. And what did we do? We collaborated. We all put our heads together, my boss included. And, we put together what we thought was the best possible thing. But Vince thought that was a major, major no-no. And I got fired for it. And it is what it is. Thoughts? Do you think Brian's right? That Vince likes to be challenged? If you do it in the right way?
That. You could have just said that.
No, because Larry, people
Come
are
on.
dumb. Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. And even still, after all that, he's like, I'm gonna get to it.
He sounds
Why
like
did-
everyone else. He's spineless.
Why did you get back? Why did you go back? Right, here he goes. Ready? I went back a decade later because I love the company. I understand that was something I had a problem with at the time with executive leadership with my boss, but I still love that company. Again, I said this in the first video. You got to separate the leadership from the actual product and the people around it. And that's what I love and believe in, entertaining people, providing joy to millions upon millions of people. It's a wonderful product.
Cool.
What is it about a WWE, especially their product? Like their product. Look, my daughter went up to me the other day and was like, "Why do you like this?" I was watching Revolution. And I was like, I was just saying similar to why you like wrestling. But there's these people like Gewirtz who are like the WWF product. They're willing to close their eyes and hear no evil, see no evil on all this stuff, including this guy who presenting like he has a moral fiber. All because what? One day they might write the Mega Powers. One day, one fan in the front row is like, Bailey! Wahoo! What is it? What is it? Are they broken?
The fans?
Yeah, are they fans that get broke? Like, what happens? Are they broken within the company? Are they like, I'm in? Like, what is it?
They need to feel a part of something.
I don't know if this is covered in the stuff we're going to read with Brian, but he definitely has that thing of like, I want to just even if I'm like arm's distance, I can tell myself I was a part of this
Right.
thing. Final one, are you ready? Lance Storm, Wrestler's Court. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, don't read the. It's not long though, is
I'm
it?
It's not.
They made
rushing
the
us?
thing cry, right?
Why always rushing us?
To teach the WCW guys a lesson. I didn't read it.
I had a Lance Storm impression all locked up.
I am very sorry now. I legit.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, go.
No,
into it.
look.
I didn't read it.
Okay. So, he was on Wrestling Observer recently. In the 2000s, it was if you don't do what you're told, we'll find someone who will. And you're in the wrestler's court, which is just a gigantic bowling process, in my opinion. I hated that goddamn thing. They did one where I first got there during the invasion. Of all people, Howard Finkel. One of the women I don't know was told to slap him, and he flinched and looked like shit. They brought him to wrestler's court, and I'm sitting here going, they just want all the WC guys to know how horrible it can be. So don't ever risk getting into wrestler's court. And they humiliated that poor man. Again, this is invasion time, so I'm green as shit, and it's like, I'm right on the fence. I gotta get up and say something. This is fucking bullshit. But again, it's like, okay, you've got to pick the team you're on. We're all getting harassed, and you're WCW. You're not one of us. I'm like, if I get up, I'm done. And I felt so bad. And he was punished to go out and do another segment where he got slapped again. And he flinched again and got punished. But after the wrestler's court was over, it's like Howard was crying. And I went out and pulled him aside and just like apologized. And I was almost in tears. It's like I felt like shit that I didn't get up and say anything. But I guess at the end of the day, I was too much of a coward to do it. But it was just like Howard just wants to be one of the boys and do good and the best he can. And he loved wrestling. And so I always tried to make a habit of chatting with Howard and being nice to Howard. But it's just
no, Howard's a down and a Gary.
But it was just like, this is just wrong. He didn't do anything intentionally wrong. But I think they wanted to show us the outsiders what lay ahead of us if we act up. I hated it. Now, did you hear about this? About him and Joey Mercury and Johnny Nitro and Melina?
No.
There was a period when I was in developmental, and you, Dave, probably wrote about it. Because you told him, you little narc. There was some tension between me and JBL and Bob Holly. No fucking way. JBL and Bob Holly had a problem with somebody. Eminem, they went to wrestler's court, and they came to me in developmental, and they asked me, and I'm like, you have to go. I even said, I think it's bullshit, but you have to go and take your comeuppance and to get past it. And someone stooped off. I told them not to go and don't listen to the verdict. So then people hated me, but whatever. It was just so frustrating because they weren't doing anything wrong. But think it was again, you got to be put in your place. And it's sad because guys are like this. Again, I played volleyball in university. And it's like, well, you're a rookie. Yeah,
So-
well, you're a rookie. You get hazed. We treat you like shit. And then you think it's unjust and shitty. But then the next year, you're being just as shitty and ignorant to the next person. And I think that's part of the wrestling mentality. It's like when I first got in here, they treated me like shit. And now it's my turn to do it to you.
Yeah.
I did not know that he played college v-ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
really?
was,
Yeah, I like that's like
Wilfrid
well known to
Laurier
me.
University School of Business and Economics in Waterloo.
I didn't. Is he taller than I thought he was?
He's like 6 foot.
He's
Okay.
billed at 5'11", so that,
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for going with me on that. So now, with that information, we continue Vince's lessons and Brian's putting him on a pedestal. This is also, I remember this is where I lost. Being book smart didn't mean you were actually were smart. And then he says that's a Vinceism, which I'm like, that's not a Vinceism. And he's already considering, like, how can I be out in the real world? He has that cult mentality. Once I'm free from this cult, how will I apply these cult learnings in the real world? Well, he was in. We're now in 2014. Ballers is about to go on the air. He's with The Rock. Yeah, HBO's Ballers. You never watched it? Larry?
no, I've got no insight into that at all. I don't.
Now, I should have looked this up beforehand. What's Brian's listed credit on Ballers? Because this is important.
Is it just executive producer? I'm gonna guess.
If
'Cause
it's
see, I don't-
executive producer, then that's crazy. Let's see. Top cast. Russell Brand was on that show? What in the fucking world? Not director, not that. Cast. I guess I could have looked up him specifically, but
He's not a writer.
no, I don't know. I got it here. Produced by Peter Burr. Where is he? He's got to be in here because Aram is in here.
He's not on the IMDb.
What the hell?
No, I just searched the whole page.
He's not.
I don't think he had shit to do with it. What do you think of that?
So what the fuck? Okay, so now this makes more sense. This story. I'm shocked. I thought he was at least getting producer credit for always being at Rock's side. Wow. Think about that. He's not even getting I'm not saying exec, like just a producer credit.
That's what I'm saying.
get-
The only outside wrestling thing he's done is Young Rock, which is just more wrestling.
But the way he words it here, I was also working part-time for $7 production, and we were about to have the cast read the pilot of our first scripted television show, $7. He's like, what's his position at $7? Is he like co-president or something?
Who knows?
I gotta know these now. Like, what's happening with this man's career?
See on LinkedIn.
Young Rock is still the top project on $7. Update it. Our story. Meet the team. He's not listed on the... Oh, he is. Senior Vice President of Development. That's his title.
That's just like they give that to everybody.
There's also a VP of Film Development, a Melissa
That's
Fried.
going to be above the.
There's a head of TV, Scott Landsman. There's a creative executive, Frank Ciparino. And he looks exactly like you'd think of Frank Ciparino, a young Frank Ciparino. And of course, Danny and Hiram. Hiram? Okay. They're in they're doing the cast read of the first pilot. He sees Mark Wahlberg.
Mhm.
And he goes over to go, hey, hi, I'm Brian Gewirtz. And Mark's like, Okay. And that's it. He dismisses him. And he shakes his hand softly. I guess that's part of it. He thinks Mark Wahlberg has a soft handshake.
Oh,
And
it's
then
the
we see
story.
these-
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
But yeah, so
Dwayne
what?
was in the bathroom, but then Mark sees Dwayne come in, correct, and then like shoos him away. And then because Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne had been in the Pain and Gain movie together. Larry, have you seen Pain and Gain?
No.
You think Wahlberg went in for the kayfabe handshake, though?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Maybe he just had his hand hanging at his side because he was just standing there and Brian grabbed it like and held onto it.
Yeah.
Like, we're shaking now. So Brian's livid about this, that he got dismissed for The Rock. I abandoned Vince's life lessons I sold, glaring at Wahlberg the entire table read, which he fortunately, parentheses, not a footnote, which he fortunately did not pick up on, and if he did, would certainly not have cared that this guy was. Oh, we also missed a footnote earlier, did we? About Stephanie's. Did we miss a footnote the last time? Something about his year-end performance. Doesn't matter. Anyways.
Yeah, we did last time.
Kicking Undertaker in the balls. So he went back to his hotel room, and he turns on his computer. He says, and Googled Mark Wahlberg dick. That's what he says he Googles.
I think this is just a joke he's just writing. This is fake.
Yeah, I wrote he's Wilson level bads at searching things. Search Mark Wahlberg hate crime. And he's like, oh, then all I saw were Dirk Diggler pictures. Is that his real penis? I decided to finally listen to my inner Vince and simply eat shit and taste and like the taste of it. And I was like, that's not inner Vince.
Whoa,
That's inner what he trains people to do. That's not Vince. That's not a Vince burrito to eat shit. By the way, this is all about Vince life lessons. And this is about how he gets completely what he's learned from Vince is just to eat shit.
And like the taste of it.
And then what a bitch Gewirtz is. I did tell Dwayne the story and he laughed.
Yeah. This is all very, very Larry Nelson because he's like having revenge fantasies and he's like, I'm gonna fucking. And then he just goes to Dwayne, and Dwayne goes, "Oh man, you should have told me about that immediately. I could have had some fun with that. Mark's a good dude, he really is. But every now and then you see that old school boss come out, which like what, racist?
Oh yeah, you know it.
But also, what fun was The Rock going to have with that? By bullying him more?
Probably.
By teasing Mark? I don't know what. Either way, the next time I see Mark Wahlberg, I will shake his hand firmly and not cause a scene due to an incident he has no memory of. And for that, I have Vince McMahon to thank. There's also a footnote alert about the penis. He says he thinks it's a prosthetic. I think? That's the footnote.
It was a prosthetic.
Come on, Brian. So, he ends the chapter. That's what happened in 2002. When one woman single-handedly upended the boundaries of reason and good taste. Her name was Katie. Okay, so the context is... Basically, you take all these Vince lessons, which are lessons to people working for Vince, not Vince on how to live your life. Like, you got to eat shit. You got to no sell when somebody does something traumatic to you. And
what about the French toast?
What was it? The pancakes? What was the French
the pancakes.
Toast? Yeah, the pancakes. What about the pancakes?
That was a life lesson.
Are you ready for Chapter 11? Katie Vick is dead.
Sure.
He goes off. We talked about this already. We nailed this guy already. Where he was like, he loves good TV. And he loves good TV writing.
Yeah.
And he thinks, man, what would I do in that room? But he'll never be in that room.
Oh.
Because he's going, Seinfeld's The Contest. The Simpsons, Marge versus the Monorail. The Sopranos, Pine Barrens. When do the writers of those shows know they're making something classic? Do they have an inkling? The fact that you don't even know when, like, that kind of hit, we're like, shit, this is pretty good.
Clearly, he had no inner critic because he's letting all this bullshit fly.
Do
We
they
gotta
have an
go over like my list of like bullshit that I've already attributed to him after watching like 4 hours of Monday Night Raw at some point.
Hold on.
Sorry, I digress.
No. Larry, talk about your memories of Katie Vick.
You know, I was largely tuned out, but I don't know, sometimes catch it. So I don't know if I saw it live or not, but I don't know. The whole product was so bad that it wasn't surprising, I guess.
I heard all of that.
Okay. Now I feel like my words were in vain.
Gus is here.
I know.
I won't even say why I had to hop off. Won't even get into
in
it.
short, I really don't remember what I knew at the time.
Well, it was
I
into
remember
this is
like Kane's in the main event. That's a headlining like for championship.
It didn't shock me because the product was so fucking terrible. I'm like, okay, they're going back to try some of this stupid shit.
Well, Rock was gone. Austin was gone.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is the same season that they rehire Russo.
Yeah. It's October 2002. Well, yeah. So the end of the thing is he goes, "Oh, so what, do those guys know when they're doing something good? Alternatively, would somebody know if they're doing something very bad?" And he does. He knows that feeling because he went through this. He, what does this say? Okay, so they're talking about. They're just in a creative meeting, I guess.
For Raw Roulette.
And they're bringing him all these, gimmick matches, correct? So
I mean, you really can trace the entire downfall of the company with Bryan.
You really can.
They lost audience year after year. I mean, it's facts. Hey, look, WCW, those fans leaving, a segment of an audience leaving forever, that doesn't help. But also, why is the WWE then shedding viewers year after year? And Vince is the company, as he would say. Vince is the company. But also, they're contributing. They're accessories to murder, at the very least.
And I don't know if it's going to come up, but 2000 was another really good year. But Chris Kresge was the head writer. And he's not been mentioned in here.
And then 2000, and was it? You know how Dave always talks about, and WCW 99 was a great year business wise, but I saw the little markings that or 98, okay, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? He's going, oh, I saw it coming, and I was writing that. I'd like to go back because he never brings this up. 2000 was their best business year, or 2001, because people go, oh, it was 99, 2000. It was actually 2001, was their best business year. Does he ever go and go, I saw it coming, or did he not care at that point? Where he was like,
I think he kind of predicted it.
a downturn?
Yeah, I only say that because I used to listen to Yada ended when the invasion happened.
Yeah.
His old Yada show. That was the last show.
That was also when a lot of companies were trying to get into, there was that peak of the wrestling business where even like CBS was like, what if we have a wrestling website and we get all those wrestling guys together?
Yeah. But so,
Business.
I used to download those and listen to them so you could hear Dave's, it was 2 fucking hours every single day.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of Dave. But I don't know. He was pretty spot on with all that.
I just recently, did you share that clip where he was talking about guys that he thinks WCW, like who will be on the WCW team and who will be on the WWE team? It's wild.
From that time.
He's like, RVD, I don't know. Yeah. Was it you? I can't remember. It was interesting to hear his thoughts about certain wrestlers at that time. And Brian sounds so young and fresh. And then they both bury The Undertaker. He'll never have a good match. Ever. Like, you're like, do you think Booker T will get 3 stars? Or something like that. Can you think he can get 3 stars out of The Undertaker? No.
I love those shows so much.
Well, we've talked about it before. The way I just want Dave, people go, oh, Dave, he loves this or he loves that. I just want him to be going as hard on criticism as he used to. You just even go back. My big thing is when you go back to that, the Raw is on strike episode. They are dropping F-bombs left and right. Dave was like, this is the fucking dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen in my fucking life. And they're just so fucking miserable about the product.
Yeah.
And now they have an alternative, and it's what? And David's thing is I get where he's coming from.
They took the pill to stay asleep.
Dude, Brian Alvarez will be
blue
like,
pills.
Brian will be like, I just saw this New Japan match. It was crazy. It was the greatest match I've ever seen in my life. Now let me recap NXT. So they went on a date at this bar. It was great. And they were doing pretty good on that. And it's like, what's happening? What's going on? There's
like a dead inside irony to it.
They can compartmentalize. Dave used to say, you can't watch Raw after you watch AEW and at New Japan. You just can't do it. It makes it worse. You have to watch Raw before. And now he's sitting there going, that Sarah Logan match, it wasn't bad. I mean, they just did what they had to do. Hey, look, they sold out the arena. What do you want? So here's Vince's idea. What if Kane comes out, or Kane is in the match? Kane wins the TLC, and the Triple H comes out and says, Kane, you're a murderer. So then the room is sitting there.
I kind of like these writing prompts.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'd like to do more of them for wrestling.
Yeah. You just drop it and leave the room.
Yeah.
You could definitely do that in WWE. Sean walks into NXT and he's like, I don't even watch NXT. I can't even do a reference or jokes. I don't watch it, so I don't know. Don't they have like mob guys in there?
Yeah.
There's a mob guy.
That'll work. Okay. Characters, stories. What if there's it sounds so stupid. I can't even bring myself to walk in and say what. Isn't Sean's thing that he goes in and he goes, what if the mob guy throws him through a barbershop window? Around. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you did that. So finally somebody in the writer's room speaks up. What happens next? Where do we go from there? Oh, Brian says he asked that. And Vince, the self-proclaimed booking expert from not many pages before. Brian's always stunned by Vince's brain on wrestling.
Yeah.
How the hell should I know? You guys are the writers. Figure it out. So then I figured it out. It all clicked in my mind. Vince brought on writers, one, because he wants to be legitimate and be like, I'm a big boy with a big TV show. But two, it's so that he can just always, it's like how everybody in the company learns how to pass the buck. It's so he can be like, who wrote this shit? Mm-hmm. Brett even said it back in the day. You would say a good idea to Vince, and Vince would repeat the good idea back to you like it was his.
Mm-hmm.
This now is like a stable of buffers for Vince. So he can be like, "This sucks. Who thought of this?" It's just like It's just so he can
Right.
imagine. He's created this whole world around this whole cult. It's amazing. Somebody do a documentary on it, and not Netflix and Bill Simmons, not them. Vince also wanted someone to. Wait, we've got 2 Gus's now. What the fuck?
This is gonna make my life so much harder.
Wait, we removed this one. Well, I removed one.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gus, you good? He's on mute, but he's good.
Yeah,
Great.
sorry I fucked up the feed. I'm.
No, that's
Yes.
okay.
Wait, can I do Colin? Can you unmute yourself and can you just say, did you like the opening preamble or you did not like it?
I liked it.
Thank you, Larry.
I
Shut
got-
the fuck up.
Okay. All right.
Okay, back to mute. So, Vince wants Katie, Vince wants the name to sound innocent, and so we landed on the name Katie. Vince is pure and innocent. That's what he wants. The girl, the murder victim.
Ugh. He's got it in his head.
So Triple H gets this. Like, hey, tonight
This
you
is
gotta
like
go out.
Vince's version of Penthouse Letters.
Triple H gets this. I wrote originally that he's throwing Triple H under the bus, but I feel like he has all these little asides about Triple H that aren't really throwing him under the bus. He's just saying what happened. But at the same time, so this is Triple H's reaction to getting told, you gotta go out and you gotta say, Katie, why are we doing this? Do you people have any idea where this is going? Does anyone else find this is really fucking stupid? And I just find it interesting that he keeps on going, look, a lot of these ideas are Vince's idea, and a lot of these ideas he's brought up in this book are Triple H losing to Brooklyn Brawler, getting The Rock shitting on him, Vince telling him that he's got to go out and say, you're a murderer. It's almost like Triple H is involved with his daughter, and Vince has like this hard-on to embarrass Paul and make his
Yeah.
life.
I haven't read the report. It's been an amazing week.
Yes. Often when Vince has an idea he feels strongly about, the more pushback, some might even say, though, another word for pushback is challenge. The more pushback he gets, the more resolute he becomes. You're fighting against his gut, and Vince's gut has a pretty impressive track record.
Ugh.
And here he goes, he gets fed-pilled. It's helped him amass enough money to buy the company from his father. That's not how that worked.
No.
His gut that's not how that worked. He did not amass wealth to then buy it from his father. He got a sweetheart deal and had others involved. What is that? What?
And it was like legally set up so he couldn't fail.
Yeah. Stick a fork in WCW and all other competitors. What other competitors? What other national? What? Beat the federal government in court. That was a technicality. That's not true.
Brian, this fight's not over, pal.
This dude might be more fed-pilled than like Sudi or Steve at this point. This dude is like, this is Jim Jones Kool-Aid. This is bad. By the way, there's a footnote. Did I miss it yet? Yes, Katie is the first name. Footnote alert. And Colin is writing all these down. I googled Katie Vick and found there's a real-life pediatric dentist in Alabama named Katie Vick. So if Dr. Vick happens to be reading this, on behalf of the 2002 WWE creative team, are bad.
Why would you call more attention to it, yes? Just let her live her
Put
life.
her in a book. Put it in a book.
If there was any consequences to it, she'll follow up with you.
I like that whenever I read one of these footnotes, there is usually 10 seconds of silence afterwards.
Just of
just people processing. We're wondering what we did with our lives. And then how did we end up here? So,
well, How did I
He's-
get here?
He's talking about Kane. He's talking about Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean, this is obnoxious because that he stole the therapy thing from Dr. Evil.
Ugh, and that was another thing. Yeah, this whole thing of like him being this, he's got a level of writing that he is at. Okay, and I think he knows that. He knows that it's that thing where he's like, I could be writing on TV shows. Look, he didn't get picked up for Malcolm and Eddie. All right, even with the nepotism. Okay, Malcolm and Eddie was like, nah. And it wasn't because he was a Jewish white guy that he didn't get that writing gig. I need that spec script that he wrote probably to send into that. I need all of his spec scripts. I want to see his friend's spec script. I need to see them all. So he talks about how Glenn used to be fake Diesel. And I just find this parentheses, not footnote, interesting. WWE had momentarily lost its mind thinking fans wouldn't notice or care that they had a fake Diesel and fake Razor Ramon.
That's not how they're presented at all.
Oh, WWE. Well, who came up with that idea? Because I've heard Jim Ross talk about it. It was somebody's idea that he could pull this off, that the fans would just accept it. It was that booking expert. What was his name? That Life Lessons. Oh. This fucking guy.
I never heard that was his idea.
JR says that was a Vince idea.
A Vince idea.
I believe so.
Oh, then why are you blaming it on Cornette?
I'm not blaming it on Cornette. I'm blaming it on Vince.
Oh,
but
okay.
but Brian is saying it's the WWE had just lost its mind. Although earlier he did say WWE is Vince. Vince is WWE. No, this guy's compartmentalizing. He's like, Vince is a genius. And then he'll go through shitty stuff and be like, who knows how that ever happened? I'll get to it later because I have a bigger point that I didn't get to in my notes. Oh, by the way, hold on. Let me get through my notes real quick. Real quick. Hold on. Because I do have some. This should have happened in the beginning. Can you edit, Larry, mark this? Put it in the beginning. Okay. You're not going to do that? Fine. Apparently, in the hardcover copy of this book, he doesn't say Haiti Kid's head is shaved. He says it's Little Beaver's head. And that got fixed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Also, I wanted to talk about, and I'm doing this now. Yes, in the middle. This is the middle portion. You're in it. People are listening. Gus, we've all talked about it. Are you now all watching clips of WWE and you're like, all you can think about, especially with The Rock now, front and center, you're just thinking about Brian Gewirtz.
Yeah,
Everything has...
is immediately me questioning his involvement and responsibility. And he ruined it. All of it.
I mean, he's... Yeah, you hear the Seth thing, Dwayne Diarrhea, and you're like, Brian? Brian,
Well,
is that you?
I mean, here's what's really obnoxious. 4 days ago, his Twitter is the...
Here we go. Yep, the
Come
Joker
on.
gift.
Don't
But
you want
he-
to punch that person in the face?
He's
Yes.
been tweeting, yes, since the start of the Rock thing, he's been tweeting, you guys don't even know. It hasn't even started yet. Oh boy, it's like, what's the big reveal here on like this story? That they had to, one, pivot. That's one, like, to even act like that was part of the plan, like, you guys don't even know where this is going. They don't know where
This is gonna end with Rocket and Sheared over Cody.
Or it's going to end with Rock helping Cody win.
Yeah, and then Rock
But he's
gets
going to
chewed
eat his
over.
lunch before then. He was already doing it.
I mean, Dave already talked about that.
Yeah.
On,
It's
Observer,
exactly what we
where
said
he
in
was-
this book with the other Rock promos. That,
Oh,
just
was
making
that
fun
Dave?
of guys and making them look like a bitch. There's like no comeback to that.
Because it's a part of the Rock's
That's
character.
what he does. That's yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely on my mind. Yeah, dude. The Rock was calling Seth a clown and like just
Do you think Becky still feels good about taking The Rock's finisher? You know, that conversation they had about, you know, the respect of the move and passing it down.
I don't know. All I know is how is Seth Rollins, like, how does he come out of this? Like, this entire storyline is about how he's a big old bitch, and aside, he's a technically quote unquote world champion. And why I don't get it. I don't get how the title is respectable. Why would Drew even want this title at this point?
Well, then he was the biggest loser at Clash at the Castle, and now he's getting the loser title when the loser champion is at like his losiest.
Well, he's evolved into an absolute menace. So now he can.
Oh, well, we got that. What's the new thing? Haters or something?
And yes, he's also a hater of the year. Any bad guy is a hater. And you know, Sean Ross Sapp knows how to play it all because he's always like, I'm gonna make a hater of the year award. AJ Styles interfering in a match. What a hater! Like, he's a hating over here.
I don't think I've been blocked yet on the new account yet by him.
Well, now you're gonna be nice. So,
but I did try to scoop him earlier today.
How did you scoop him?
He was gonna report the Sammy Guevara suspension, and he said, "We're going. You know, we got this story on Fightful Select."
$5
about a suspension, and I just said, "I have this."
I've got
that.
the news. To be fair to Dave, he has been out scooping. Now that he's updating on the website, like instead of saving it all for the newsletter, he is kind of out scooping people and stuff. Kudos to Dave. Love that guy. What a gem.
Well, hold on. Sorry.
No. What?
I was thinking back earlier to the Lance Storm stuff. Like, how much stuff has Dave held back on, and how accountable should he be for things he's held back on?
Hey, now,
Dave's
Brody.
Colin, you can unmute yourself because you're like a Dave. You're also Dave. Colin is a Dave head.
No, I was gonna say, isn't this the famous story that Jake Roberts got suspended for drugs and Dave didn't run it, and Bruiser Brody like shamed him. He's like, "You're a journalist. You run that fucking story." And that's like Dave's like story he tells about his learning his morality.
Dave, I love that whenever Dave talks about very seedy, shady things, he'll go, "It was a different time." It's like 1995. It's a different time. You know, it just was. It's like, just say the business has always been shitty. I'm sure he was actually thrilled when that Weinstein Me Too stuff happened because he was like, it's all the industries. It's not just mine. Okay, all right, here we go. My thing is that Dave has morphed into, people are like, why aren't you breaking this story? And he's like, I'm not investigative. I just report what I hear.
He's agitative.
But then my side to that is, you didn't hear any of this?
Right.
Nobody ever said anything. Well, he says now, oh, sure, we all heard about affairs with Vince.
And you're just mad that you don't know the scoop. That's what it is.
I like that. I mean, I don't think he has to report, oh, Vince McMahon is having an affair.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're not talking, like, that's the
You
thing.
would slip those things in from time to time, though.
We're
like
not talking about affairs.
Michelle McCool liking the older gentleman in the locker room, I think was one of his lines once. There's the next one on the list.
Well, now he's so gun shy about talking about women because of Peyton Royce.
I know.
That fucked him up like big time. And then who of all people, Seth Rollins was somebody that piled on that one.
Oh, did he?
Yes, because he had some response, and Seth went -5 stars.
What a bitch.
Dude. Seth is that guy. He can't cut a promo, and he knows probably the context, but he's going to pile on for points.
Yeah.
Think
And
about
give his
that.
gamer tag out on Wrestling Observer Live. Which he did once.
What? Well, he's just playing Madden, and he's playing as the Bears, and he's.
I mean, this was ROH days.
Oh, but he's still playing Madden and playing as the Bears.
Oh, the strategy in back then, you got Devin Hester, and you just
Run the ball from the one end
Nope.
zone to the other.
absolutely sideline to sideline.
Colin, you're a Meltzerhead. Any thoughts?
I do always find it funny whenever nowadays he'll be like, people will get mad at me if I say this. and Garrett Gonzalez, he like adds on to that too, because Garrett will always be like, you have people on Twitter will get mad at you.
He did. I love it. I love the Colin
I love the
Poppins.
check-in, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I know. Well, we know you're still there. I like it, and I like. I mean, whenever we're in the Discord, Colin has got that. I mean, he's got better memory than me. Like the banana thing, I'm always like, "What happened with the fucking banana thing?" I have a horrible memory. Well, with everything. Dave is such a. Somebody do Netflix documentary. Should we do the Netflix documentary on Dave?
I'm just trying to think of the actor already.
You
For the reenactments? No, we got to get him, and we film him.
Oh, a documentary.
Yeah, like a straight up, like, tell us about your life.
filming him cooking
And
breakfast.
yes, dude, I think that could get nominated for an Oscar. Because autism is big now.
Oh, you're just working up to that punchline.
Got him.
Yeah, and this is the clip that gets released like after we win the Oscar. And we're like, canceled.
Dave, something's going on with Dave. The way he talks with people, come on.
It's
I
concerning.
can't tell if he's so. Look, I waffle.
If that was
Is
a
he so,
loved one, if that was like an uncle,
or is he so
stepfather.
dry? He has such a dry sense of humor that you never know.
I think it's. I don't.
You
know.
think it's that? I'm
Yeah.
dry. People say I'm dry. I can't even fucking read Dave.
I do. There's sometimes Dave will be so dry that I can't think of the one. It's on that Best of 2009 that I always listen to. Well, I mean, he's funny when he says, who has Bob Holly's phone number? He goes, I don't know. Chris Benoit has it, I think. That's him being funny, I think.
You think, or is he just being like he had his number?
Like he's just being factual. Like that's just a statement of factual.
That's him too. That is him though, because I mean that's why he's like, do you know what day it is? And Brian's like, no, and then he's got like facts. Is that autism to be like, do you know what day it is to people? Do you know what day it is?
It's a spectrum.
I would love to see 24 hours in Dave's life.
I would. That's the documentary.
Yeah.
At least a bit of it. You picture the. I have the shot list already in my mind. Him riding his bike, through Alapote, whatever he's at right now. And it's just with the voiceover, like I've been covering the wrestling business for 40 years.
You gotta talk to like
come
one
on,
of
dude, bro.
for the barista at the coffee shop, and like, yeah, he comes in every day. Like,
You're telling me if that pops a thumbnail on Netflix pops up and it's him in his office, people aren't clicking that immediately? What? A guy sitting in this cluttered office, just like.
Gosh.
And then also you have that when you kind of hold on it and the trailer pops up and it's him with his helmet riding through San Jose or whatever the fuck. And you're like, who is this guy? He's physically active, but he looks like a hoarder.
Devin curls during Raw.
Imagine, who can we get to talk about? Can we get Jim Cornette to talk about him?
He would.
He
Yeah.
would. He would. So, Vince had a strange obsession with Kane's semen, though to be fair, who doesn't?
Yep.
Sure.
Also, footnote alert. Uh, he's talking about the context of why is Kane in high school if he was in a mental institution? Why is he like have a girlfriend? The footnote. This is presumably when Paul Bearer let him out of the mental institution for good behavior. Okay. Look, no one bats 1,000, Brian says. Vince, in general, has a pretty good track record. I remember watching him in awe. Brian's in awe. He's like, oh. As he dictated the entire debut of the Nexus off the top of his head.
Okay. What? 6 guys run in and beat people up?
They tear the ring apart.
Okay.
You think
Is that the debut?
I'm blown away. I mean, listen, it was cool, but it didn't require an act of genius. It just required you doing it.
Larry, that was, quote, an angle universally lauded for its boldness and originality. Universally lauded.
Okay.
How did that end up? How did
Yeah.
that storyline end?
It was ruined like 2 months in. It
Okay.
ended up. Remember when Cena like destroyed the whole team in a Survivor Series match? You don't
Yeah.
remember that? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I know what happened.
Yeah.
Brian got fired
Oh.
for choking out Justin Roberts during the debut?
And do you think that Justin Roberts should be choked out?
Sure.
Like, it's fine. He's got this whole weird Golden Girls thing.
Hey.
He has a
Hey,
No.
hey, his book is gonna be eventually. We'll get to his book.
Oh, he's got one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he tells like the Benoit stories in there, right? And JBL.
yeah. Well, they're like pounding on his hotel door.
Oh, wonderful.
You gotta bully the announcer guy who loves the business, just like Howard Fit. You got anybody that loves the business. You have to make sure that they have some kind of pit in their stomach and regret and like what it like. Oh, I would love to get JBL in a room. Put him in as a guy that could beat the shit out of him. Mark it up. Larry's shaking his head. I could beat the shit out. I saw him on Brawl for All. I could
Joey
beat the fuck
Styles
out of
beat
that
him
guy.
up. Remember?
There you go. What the fuck? I'm so much better built than Joey Styles. So Kane. Triple H has addresses Kane. And he's gonna have simulated sex with a mannequin in a casket. Should I read this whole thing? Here's the thing. Who's being embarrassed? He says. What's going on here? He says. Somebody should have said something. Somebody should have said, "This is insane. Not only are we killing the mystique of one of our greatest characters, but we're doing this in literally the most tasteless way possible." No one did, including myself.
Yep.
Coward.
We could have regrouped and said we need to come up with something better and try to force Vince to change his mind. And then he goes like this. We could have pulled an all-nighter with Stephen King, Jordan Peele, and the ghost of Alfred Hitchcock. It wouldn't have made a difference. But Vince likes to be challenged. The hell am I reading here? I'm holding on to my book, so now I know I have a habit of throwing it around, gripping it hard. I looked over to fellow writer Ed Koski. He's in the news again, and whispered, "Oh, because Vince is also okay." So Vince is acting out. Vince is in the room, acting out Triple H, fucking the casket. Tears. He's giggling so hard during this. This is, by the way, put this into Exhibit A evidence. You know, put this in here for future Vince trials. He's the man had passion. You
You
had
know
to give
how
it to
I
him.
picture it? They've often said that Kafka would laugh at his own writing, that he thought it was hilarious. And that's what Vince is.
Vince has a great idea. I can't imagine being like, I have a great idea. One of our main eventers is gonna fuck a dead body, and then just be like, "This is." Look, there's a theory that like when WCW got purchased, that's like when Vince was like, I can let loose. This is something where it's like,
I've beaten the federal government.
like
my dad's
why?
dead.
Who's gonna stop me? Nobody's gonna be like, nobody's gonna turn the channel. I mean, he's acting this out. Vince, he goes, I've never seen this before. Vince was having a giggle fit. Like, he's like, he cannot stop laughing as he's like, rah, rah, rah. And at the end, Vince said, tears practically rolling down his cheeks. He reaches down, pulls out some goop from Katie's head, flings it towards the camera and says, I just fucked your brains out. I looked over to fellow writer Ed Koski and whispered, call the police.
No, you didn't.
I wrote, ding, 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 ding. But yes, you're right, Gus. Okay, actually, I just sat there with a horrified, frozen smile. I like that, though, that he, even now writing, and this is, had Vince, when he wrote this? Probably not. There's that gap there where Vince is getting pushed out for something, and then you go, oh, that's going to be bad. But I feel like this maybe came up before that. I don't know, but he wants
How big of a
to,
risk was he really taking by pretending to be the voice of reason? But it's also not really saying he was. What's his angle here? I don't get it.
He says that he considers this so bad it's almost good. I kind of feel like that's how he feels it, because he's like, people are gonna remember this. He knows it. He's like, he feels it in his bones. Bruce Pritchard and Vince go to a funeral home with Triple H, and there's a funeral happening in the building. He calls Triple H a company man through and through, but he did not want to do this. It airs. They air the footage.
Hang on, because he starts doing a thing here that is very annoying, where he reference a movie. So he says, violated that mannequin with the gravitas of Daniel Day-Lewis addressing Congress in Lincoln. Robert De Niro at the movie theater in Cape Fear.
Yeah,
he's got like one a page coming up.
Who is this book for?
Film nerds. I've seen those movies. Could you imagine truly a WWE mutant?
Should I bring this to my office book club?
Imagine being a guy that's never seen those movies or seen Cape Fear. Let's say that, and you're like, I'm gonna Google that and watch that because of Brian Google. He's your lead-in to good stuff. Let's see. By the time the following week rolled around, Kane's friend, the Hurricane, was getting his revenge on a fake Triple H by staging a scene in a hospital where objects were being pulled out of Triple H's ass. Parentheses, sigh. Well, quit, Brian. If this is below you, just quit.
No, but I can almost get into the mentality of the writers. I mean, if Vince makes you do this, and this is the fucking direction he wants to go in, and I was a writer, I would then, just to amuse myself, make it 10 times more crazy.
Yeah.
And just start pitching that shit to amuse myself.
Could you out crazy Vince, though? Because the story on that Kane movie was, he was like, what if the cock was 10 feet long?
Well, then
could you do that?
What if
or
it was
would you... Maybe what would happen is
I could go to some dark places.
Yeah, you go to a dark place, and then Vince kind of gives you like a look. And he's like, he says in front of everybody, goes, no, that's too much. But then he pulls you aside and he's like, "You want to go to a bar later?" And you're like, "What's happened?" "Oh no, I've opened a door that I can't close."
That's the game, right? You gotta
Yeah.
see how close you can get.
That's what Leonardi should have done. Just even if you didn't believe it, one up him, and then he's in. Like he said,
Yeah.
you have to break through a wall. The breaking through the wall with Vince is sitting in a chair and watching Vince rape somebody, allegedly. And then you can't be fired. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't have anything until the next chapter, but I do have something to say about it. I do have something in general to say about Vince and his perverse nature. And all these guys going along with it. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. I before the last episode, I had watched a not a documentary, like a YouTube documentary on Jim Henson. And then I watched another thing on that was about Jim Henson, about his whole legacy. And then I left it going, my God, this man created Sesame Street. He created the Muppets. He put so much love into the world. His funeral was attended by like hundreds upon hundreds of people, and it was all about learning and acceptance and empathy. And I was just like, that's wild how much this guy, all the work he was ever the Fraggle Rock. His pitch for Fraggle Rock was, what if we create a children's show that ends wars? That was his pitch. That we will, and then you watch Fraggle Rock and people are like, work should be as a joke. One of the Fraggles was like, work should be grinding and full, just drain your soul. And it's about music and this, and it's very hip and this, and then they're he's always was working, and the people he worked with never had a bad thing to say about him. He was always he's always very quiet and bringing people up with him, and saying, you're kind of quiet, but I see something in you. And then all of a sudden the guy's doing Gonzo, the guy's helping, and then he's like, you keep he's building people up. That's his managing style, building people up into roles, finding their strengths and all that. And then I'm thinking about Vince, and I'm going, how much trauma this dude put into the world, and how much grief, and all for what? Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage shaking hands. His biggest hit, one of his biggest hits is he screwed Bret Hart. He lied to a man, and then it worked out. Or Stone Cold, he had to back it. Look, I've made it clear.
Buying WCW. That's his big.
Vince backs into money time and time again. It's wild. But the amount that he's built this empire on just luck and just bullshit and being mean and the bullying.
And just by outfoxing fucking country bumpkins. That's all he did.
And I'm thinking about Jim Henson, I'm thinking about Vince, and then I started thinking about what are we doing? What are we putting out in the world? And I was like, we're just burying these poor bastards that write a book. And then I read the Vince chapter and I read the Katie Vick chapter, and I was like, we are doing God's work. I'm back in. I'm resolute. These people need to be taken to task.
Yeah, no, these are the records that will stand for.
There's these mutants. I'm sorry, calling out Steve and Sudi. Look, if you watch WDB, it's fucked up. It's all fucked up now, okay? It's all fucked up. Just stop. You don't have to. There's other wrestling.
You see when he's doing the one now? Did you see the he's got the thumb.
It doesn't matter the Paul's
and Seth did the thumb, and we're just really subtle cues.
The amount of vitriol.
What other form of entertainment asks you to carry this much fucking water to enjoy it?
Exactly. What? You have to, the exploitation alone. That's just the base level of the exploitation. And that these guys, Seth Rollins, that are like, we can't have a union. I don't know. I don't know if he said that, but I feel like he's a guy that's like, I don't know. We can't have a union.
Seth,
he's getting-
no questions about his residuals.
Who? I've asked this before. Has CM Punk asked about what the residuals are for Peacock? That was one of his
You're
bugbears.
so
What about
to.
what about streaming likeness? Have we negotiated that? International deals.
If Punk was mad about WWE Network, he should definitely be mad about this Netflix deal and Peacock. I mean, those are billion-dollar deals. What's his cut?
It's true. I mean, the fucking network lost money, and he wanted it.
He wanted some of that.
They should have made him pay, like, based on.
Points.
Look, Punk is just going to be happy that he can look to AJ and he can scroll to.
No, you know what he is? He's Father Intintola in The Sopranos. When Carmela's like, you just like the whiff of sex. Because when he's like whining and dining, that's exactly what Punk's doing. He just likes knowing he could, if he wanted to.
And then that makes me Tony Soprano being like, you eat? Did you have some food? Okay, we're good. No, CM Punk is now at this point in his life. He's looking across the couch over to AJ Lee, and he's on Netflix, and he sees his thumbnail on the Raw on the thing, and then he scrolls down and Stranger Things is there, and he goes, huh? That's cool, huh? That's it. That's where he's at. He's a punk. What are you gonna do? He's a punk. Do you want to go to this Funny Equal Money? You think so? We got another half hour?
Can we take a little break?
Yeah, let's take it a break.
Okay,
Sure.
then we can do
Let's
this.
take it a break, I said. I'll just sit here with or should I pause it? I'm gonna pause it. Okay, hold on. Larry's trying a new tea. Or
No,
beyond.
I'm just saying, trying anything new.
What's the new thing?
The tea was the first thing, and I liked the tea. Although I left the cup in my office here, and I got mold inside of it, so that was gross.
That's why you gotta
Today-
be like me. Have many mugs. How many mugs you got?
We got a pretty good collection of mugs. They're mostly her mugs, so it's like Cat Mom and
Oh,
associated
you got it.
things.
Well, bring in the cat mom.
Stu's high on my list. The heart mug. But today it is a pink Hostess cupcake. I usually don't like strawberry stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't even eat that shit. So yeah, you're living my. I
Yeah,
can't even
that's,
imagine. Okay, he's eating it.
Not offensive.
Not a great. Okay.
Just gonna do the job right now.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do a new segment called Larry Land. Larry Land, what do you got? What's bugging you lately, Larry?
Things are okay. We got a new guy at work. I love him.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's got a good demeanor. Rehab guy. We got some friends in common. He kind of looks like Jelly Roll.
Oh.
You're right.
One of those
Okay.
kind of guys. Burly guy, beard.
Okay.
He thought it was so cool that I have a podcast, and it made me feel good today.
That's good.
I have a guy that I work with that he's worked with me probably the longest now because the other guy retired, and he understood when I was like, "You ever seen me when I've been drinking?" He was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "I get a little goofy, he's a little cute." He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I happened on the recording." He was like, "I bet it was." He's like, "I bet it was funny. It was cute." And I was like, "Oh yeah." He wasn't like, "Oh no, delete it." Are we ready for? Okay, now that you've eaten the whole thing, good.
Yeah.
Are you a chip guy, Larry? Do you like chips?
I don't snack on them by themselves. Not that much of a lover, but a fried bologna with some chips, that's a meal for me.
Ooh. But you're not like I'm gonna get a bag of Ruffles or a bag of Doritos and kind of sit there and
Listen, as a kid, I could eat a bag of Doritos with 2 Pepsis. That's like a Friday night.
here's my little fix if you want to be healthy, as I am. I
Believe
do
me, my
the
diet has changed a lot over the
yeah.
past 5 years.
If you get this is what I do. I get the boxes of the snack chips. You know the little
Like the
bags.
individual little bags.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that, and after work, I grab one bag, maybe 2 if I'm feeling saucy, and I eat those. I'm done. That's it. I've had my fill. That's all you really. I've had my fill.
Well,
That's the key.
I only eat dinner.
Oh, that's the only meal you eat is dinner.
Yeah. I might get a Slim Jim at lunch, and that'll hold
Interesting.
me over.
I do get a Slim Jim if I go get gas. I'll get a Slim Jim. This is what I eat. I guess now
We
then you
make
gotta
an
go.
energy drink run every day.
Okay, see. Okay, so who drinks the energy drinks in your house?
We both do.
I do coffee. My wife only drinks Red Bull, and she only has one a day. That's it.
Okay.
So we have to have Red Bull, but then I drink coffee. I don't drink it in the morning. I wait till I get to work, and I drink out of my thermos whatever was in the day before that was in the car. Yeah, I'm a monster. I eat. I used to, as a bit in the shop, eat things out of the trash for like new people. I'll pick something out of the trash and talk to them and eat it out of the trash. But
Why do I have these stomach issues?
yeah. Dude, that's been brought up to me before. You eat weird stuff and then you go, well, my stomach hurts. Uh, this is what I do. I don't eat breakfast often. I make a sandwich. It's usually a spicy sandwich of chicken, some kind of like hot sauce, maybe a smoked cheddar, gluten-free bread, of course, and then I have leftovers, and then I eat it all in the morning. Right when I get to work, I eat everything that I've made, sandwich, any leftovers, I eat it all, and then around noon to 2, I'm going, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything. I'm hungry. And then maybe I'll go get Chipotle or not. I don't know, or a Slim Jim at the deal. I've done the thing where I bring snacks to work, like peanuts and stuff. It just gets consumed that day of. I can't do it. I'd go poor if I was like I got to bring a container of cocktail peanuts. I'd eat it all. Like I'm constantly kind of like consuming that high metabolism of mine. Gus, what do you eat? I don't eat dinner. You said you only think I don't eat dinner, like because I've already eaten and I kind of snack and then I'm done.
Yeah, no, I usually. I mean, I'm eating dinner today just because I have my blood drawn and food feels like a good choice. But usually just my big meal, like 11 o'clock every day, and that's good. And then I'll do some snack in the evening. If I get hungry around dinner time, I'll throw together like a turkey sandwich or something.
Yeah, who are the people that do like lunch? Like who does lunch?
I mean, I don't know. For guys on the move, I don't know if you move a lot, and I don't even move that much. But if I fucking like eat pizza, like if a customer buys me pizza, I'm not doing shit the rest of the day.
That's right. Yes, because I've taken guys out for lunch. Been like, hey, let's go out
that
for lunch.
too.
And then I won't eat anything. I'll just drink. And then we'll be like, do we want to go back to the shop? Do we want to keep going?
Yeah.
Even just that, I think it might just be the break of it all. Yeah, you got to have something light for lunch for sure. I don't know. Now, Larry, you don't have this thing that I have. There's an office portion of the business, and then there's the workers of the business.
Yeah.
And then you're always baffled by like the office people. I'm always just constantly like, what?
You're the black guy in the office, right?
The black eye or guy?
Black guy.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
They
a
don't
huge
train you.
office guy. Isn't he the guy who works in the warehouse, like the big, heavy-set black guy? Daryl?
Who? Who's
No,
Daryl?
what's his
Oh,
name?
oh, in the office. Okay, I thought you were talking about my office. I was like, who are you talking? No,
No,
the office. The office. The show.
that's you.
Uh, I have more power. I feel like than Daryl,
Okay.
but I'm just always. I definitely have. There's department heads, and I butt heads in the nicest way possible. Of like, this is how I would handle it. But that's how. How do you handle people that are that are not doing their job, Larry?
Well, I just tell my manager.
Oh,
I'm on the phone bitching. I don't do it myself.
okay. I'll say this.
I'm not paid to watch people.
Okay, so Nike has an arm. Colin, you're gonna love this. Nike has a screen printing. They're trying to build out their screen printing under another company name, like Nike owns the company name. And they called me to interview me to run one of their plants in North Carolina, or one of the North states. I can't remember right now because this is my last one. And they were like, you're gonna have to babysit. One of the guys told me in the interview, you're gonna have to go in and be like, are you doing, like, go into the bathroom and go, are you doing drugs in here? What are you doing in here? And I was like, I don't babysit. I don't do that. And they're like, okay. So if there's like any drama on the shop floor, like any, like, because you like hired people that have like a lot of drama, like, what's that? And I'm like, that doesn't happen in my shop. I nip it. Like, there's never any drama in my shop. This. And they're like, okay. It was wild how much drama they were presupposing was going to happen.
Which
And then-
means you're just walking into shit city.
One of the guys I interviewed with goes, because I was like 3 interviews in. One of the guys goes, well, half the time you don't even have to worry about the drama because we bring in the Mexicans. And they do a great job. And you don't have to worry about them. Can you speak Spanish? And I was like, not a lick. And he was like, that's okay. Like, they just do the job. And
The
then,
fact that they're passing you along means this is a sad pipeline at this point. Like,
what's that thing where they're buying old buildings and like being like, we are going to be Nike in these buildings now, and we're going to produce this, and they're not offering a lot of pay for like the grunt workers. So then they're bringing the quote unquote Mexicans in to do the good work.
First star of Nitro.
And I was like, okay. And they're like, but then when the Mexicans leave, hey, buddy, you got to deal with the locals. And I was like, I don't want to deal with I'll train people. And he's like, that's not your job. You're not training people. You're watching them. And I'm like, I don't like watching people. I don't like babies. Wait, what's happening here?
No, never again. I've been in management. It sucks.
There's no way to win and keep yourself alive.
Yeah.
Well, if I was a Vince soldier, I'd be like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I couldn't. I was like what you think CM Punk should be.
Right.
And I was a rebel in the office.
Well, that's why that's why I like you.
Like, I was
Us
making
angles.
waves to run for union rep. Really shaking things
I
up.
was leaving union literature when I was in a department manager at Target. Like,
Does funny equal money?
no.
The Katie Vick funeral, it should have never gotten to that point. Cut to the family whose actual funeral was taking place as we shot the vignette, nodding vigorously. It's funny. It's funny. Now, is comedy polluting wrestling? the theory is it weakens the product. Larry, do you agree?
I'm trying to think of like what I think are like my great. I consider like great weekly shows. Mid South. I don't know. Maybe a little comedy like with Cornette. I don't know. You can.
Bubsy McGraw's goofy.
I've seen Cornette
Lounge.
wrestle. That's comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you kidding? The tuxedo match? That's like a 4-star match.
I don't go to wrestling to get my comedy. If there's a little bit,
Well, Brian says there's good comedy in wrestling, but bad comedy in wrestling, which occurs far more often, can be even more disastrous. And here we go. Are you ready for your Jim Cornette defense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm locked in
I
here.
already got it.
Jim Cornette got in trouble a few years back for telling an unfunny, cringeworthy joke some have called racist on air. Footnote alert. Sorry, it wasn't a quote-unquote racist joke, according to Jim. the sitcom. It was just an innocent. It was just an innocent, heavily recycled starvation joke, quote unquote, which is totally cool. He's us now.
I hate
Yeah, 'cause-
people that only get up on moral horses when it serves their agenda to
Yeah.
look down and cast judgment upon people. I'm not saying punch down on people if they're acting like shitheads, but there's people like that. Like, he would never speak out against anything. Clearly, he said as such. But
Vince
then he's like,
raped people.
I've got a chance to fuck Jim. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get
He's
on
gotten
this
to.
horse.
But also, he's got no standing. He's written a million things more offensive.
Yes.
I mean, Vince. I mean, come on. Is this the old school, new school thing? Like, why does he have a problem with Jim Cornette? Because Jim Cornette
because
called him.
Cornette hates the writer types.
Yeah.
You know.
So he heard something.
And they brushed up against each other because he was in OVW,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
right? Until like 05, 06. That's when they fired him. So he would have been, you know what I mean? Although I'm pretty sure on the... no, that clip I fucking sent you,
Come here,
I think Cornette says he never actually met him. Which seems weird to me now, right?
So why does Brian have a problem with Jim? Because he knows that those kind of guys don't like him.
Yeah, probably. But and just that he's online, so he's probably heard Cornette say shit about writers in general, or... But yeah, that seems... Now that we say that, how would they have never met?
I don't know. Would you like to see them meet?
No, I don't care. I'm just saying. it
I would
seems
like
weird
to see
me.
them meet. By the way, Gus has gotten cute, and I've acknowledged it. And Colin, can you unmute yourself? Would you like to pay to see Gus get cute?
Yes, I would give $20 easily for this experience.
There we go.
Let's go in the commercial.
I would easily give $20 for this experience.
Pull your blanket up to your chin, and look, kind of give a cute little oh, he's so cute.
This is my blood sugars being out of whack. This isn't cute.
As somebody,
Fine, I went to the doctor today.
as somebody who has worked with so many diabetics, that it makes me sick. It makes me sick how many diabetics I've had to work with. I understand, and I hope you're doing okay. Brian says, "Look, I get it. Nobody wants to make the business itself into a joke." Vince has done that. But according to Apple Movies, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Guardians of the Galaxy, They're all classified as action films, but each contain genuine laugh out loud moments. Footnote alert. Oh, that was the double one. Sorry. There's
Yeah.
double footnotes. In Guardians, the most consistently funny character is Drax, played by former world champion Dave Bautista, whose WWE persona was almost always super serious. He debuted as an angry mute deacon. Who are we doing this book for? What's happening?
So, as somebody who's familiar with the works of Dave Bautista, but is not particularly aware of the fact that he was a wrestler who also. Yes, no, a Office Book Club.
It's also an indictment of Brian. You couldn't see that he could be funny? You couldn't write him something funny?
Yeah, it is.
This little old book. This is the future of WWE. This little old book right here. It's the future. The Rock doing this with Paul. WWE is a weird place when it comes to comedy. Vince McMahon himself may have, well, let's call it a unique sense of humor. One of the first things he told me was, there's nothing funnier than someone stepping in dog shit. If I could do a whole show on people stepping in dog shit, I would.
See, that
What?
goes to Larry, though, is like point of like if I was in the room, then you just pitch a whole like we're just doing a whole Sunday night heat of like Sunday night sheet, and like we're just like wall to wall scat. Like
I don't even know what I wrote. Idiocracy shit. Vince McMahon is the. He's idiocracy. He's like he just dripped into himself. I mean, Lord Almighty. So then, Brian Gewirtz's takeaway is he's Rodney Dangerfield from Caddyshack.
that is being way too kind.
Yeah, he's Rodney's Al.
I actually kind of think that one's kind of apt.
You think so?
Okay,
Because, well, look, listen, without the charm, of course, but,
right.
you know, like the whole Triple H character was Vince mocking his fellow rich people in Connecticut, the old
Yeah,
money.
A story that
Which
always
is, of course, only because they don't accept him. It's all
Correct.
his friend.
there's always a story that rambles around my head where there was a guy that posted somewhere. It was a Linda McMahon event, and Vince hung out with all the bartenders and kind of
guys.
you know this story?
Yeah, I feel like they do.
He hung out with the bartenders, and he kind of kept asking people what they do. It's the line workers, the blue collar workers of the event.
What is it
And
that you
people were
do?
like, Vince is a great guy that cares about the workers, da 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 da. But I'm sure he's probably just scoping who is a girl
potential
that I could
victim.
rape and then, right?
It's absolutely what it is. Yeah, it's let me find somebody who's vulnerable and exploit it.
I mean, allegedly, I don't know.
Part of the Stagehands Union. That's what he's scouting for talent.
So Brian says he's writing the Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H love triangle. Oh, well, he says that he takes pride in that. He takes pride in the slow break from Triple H. That's something he had a hand in. Yes, he goes, I realize most would argue that the love triangle didn't have a good payoff, but that's a story for someone else's book.
Coward.
Hey. We don't do comedy. We do humor, I was told early on. Okay.
You think Vince like is sees a New Yorker comic every week and he's just I get humor. Like it's just
WWE's comedic go-tos usually involve goofy sound effects and very broad facial expressions. You don't say. I think about when people are like, "Did you see Roman's face when The Rock?" And he's like, "I'm doing faces." Roman is like acting, but he's like, and it's like, oh, so subtle. A show like Arrested Development would leave Vince stone-faced, shaking his head, wondering what the hell he's watching. Suffice to say, I loved Arrested Development. Of course you did.
Man.
Oh, by the
Don't
way,
you hate when
footnote.
somebody you dislike likes something that you like, and then you start questioning your enjoyment of it? Or is that just
No,
my
you're
neuroses?
right. That's why I'm angry.
I also missed a footnote. Footnote alert. When he says, we're all going to get laid, as reference to Rodney. If that wasn't screened backstage after the first WrestleMania, I'd be shocked. That's not a great thing right now to be. So he writes and writes. I don't have any notes until
Yeah, I don't care about the Kurt Angle shit.
I couldn't get away with insulting, say, Big Show's haircut, but The Rock could.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we go back to him, like that's his go-to, insulting people. I'll admit it, there were times when I got upset with Vince. I just bit my tongue and had a character express what I was feeling live on air. It was a warped but very effective form of therapy. Thoughts?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, Penn State, nothing to worry about there.
I think you're the first person to ever say the words Penn State, nothing to worry about there in succession. But go on.
Yeah. Ray Mysterio, you're a boys. He's talking about Kurt. You're a boy in a man's world, and I love playing with boys.
Oh, Brian wrote that?
Yep.
Oh,
Remember this
okay.
circumstance, his character was usually never trying to be funny, which is why it always worked.
Oh, he's gonna lecture us on the.
Footnote alert. Shawn Michaels theme song parody aside. Parentheses. I realize this is an extraordinary basic rule in comedy, but not so much in the world of wrestling. Okay.
So you hit a home run in T-ball is what you're saying.
My counter argument, even if I didn't always convey it in the clearest, most mature fashion, double footnote alert. Okay, I never conveyed it in the clearest, most mature fashion. Moving on.
Yes.
You have to be funny, you have to have funny, entertaining aspects to it. Not everything can or should be life and death. He's talking about funny versus money. What do you think, Larry? You agree with him?
No, again, one or two goofy characters, but not. I don't. But again, I'm a weirdo. I have my weird taste, my hipster wrestling taste. Whatever. It's fine if it's well written, right? That's what it comes down to.
I mean, does it have to be written?
No, but
No.
How about this? Steve Austin spilling milk onto Undertaker's motorcycle helped him broaden his range and ultimately grow to become confident in whatever role he was given. Kurt Angle he's talking about.
he was made to look like a bitch in all of them. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Did that make Kurt Angle better to
No,
spill milk?
No.
because he kind of had to undo that and do his serious. He had to go overdrive on the serious shit
Yeah,
to be believed as a shooter again.
the black mouth guard and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote Vince talk. This is Vince talk. We gotta make people uncomfortable and broaden their range.
Mirrors to society.
In 2003, I had my headphones on.
Hang on. I got a real big beef
Oh,
with
okay.
something. So he says the question of does funny equal money still remain? I would think, looking at it through today's prism and seeing the success of talents like Big E, Zelina Vega, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman in AEW, who combine comedy and seriousness into their personas and ring work, the answer is yes. I'm sorry, what? What are those examples? Selena
Well,
Vega?
MJF to not. I mean,
Zelina Vega is a lower to mid card top act.
When
to
did she do
lower-
comedy?
Don't know. Couldn't act. Yeah. And then Big E,
What?
that was
Pancakes? In the dance?
I mean, they gave him a world title as like a retirement,
watch, gold
as a
watch.
I'm not saying I like Big E. I think he should have been. They should have done more with him. He has charisma,
Yeah.
but and then who's it? Oh, MJF. Is he funny? He does the Rock thing where he tries to bury guys and get them to chant. It's the
Oh, but
Rock.
come on,
thing.
he's gonna love the fucking singing with Jericho shit. That's right up Brian's alley.
It's that. But MJF does do it's the Rock playbook of like I'm gonna get the crowd to chant a stupid nickname.
Yeah.
So
Tofu, remember that?
don't know. It's 2003. He has his headphones on. I don't know if Undertaker's nearby.
What is the point of this story?
Footnote alert. I'll wear earbuds on the streets, and especially in the subways, even if I'm not actually listening to anything. It makes life a lot easier. He's a New Yorker. He likes a good pizza pie. He's got his headphones. He doesn't want to hear the guy jerking off on the subway nearby.
He's listening to
him.
1010 Wins, Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yeah, yes. Yes, he's going. What are we talking about here? Is Alex Rodriguez? Alex Rodriguez. Are they gonna beat the Sox, or what are we gonna do here? Does he even like sports? Does Brian Gewirtz even like sports?
I remember he said he likes the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, he does. He likes hockey. Okay.
Do you think
Did you see the?
band?
He's got a what?
Do you think he's got a favorite band? I bet it's
He
Weird
was
Al.
listening to Weezer. You mentioned that.
Yeah,
You
that's
mentioned
a lot.
Weezer.
You nailed it with hash pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Ooh, I look like Buddy Holly. He's nodding along. Yes, I do. Did you know? Okay, when I was in college, people called me Buddy Holly because of that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think I look like that guy, that Nepo baby River? Do you think I look like that guy?
Is he a Nepo baby?
Yes, he is. He's like, what's his name's grandson? Google it right now, River Phoenix.
Not River Phoenix.
Or what's his name? River something.
River
Rivers Cuomo.
Cuomo.
Yeah, Perry Cuomo. He's
No,
come on,
no,
Cuomo.
no. Wilson,
Yes,
you're
yes, he is.
You're bordering.
No. You don't- No.
Let's talk about Booker
No,
T.
his dad was a musician.
No, he's River. He's Perry Cuomo's son.
Why are we doing this?
Come on. Why? Look, hold on. Rivers. I'm gonna Google it right now. Hold on. Now I gotta put my boot on the boot. Wait a minute. Related.
But Rivers
Andrew
is-
Cuomo.
No,
No, he's related to somebody. Come on now.
he's not related to anybody.
Oh, come on now.
But he's from New York City, so that's why Brian likes him.
Frank Cuomo. Frank was a musician who played drums in the 1971 album Odyssey. There you go.
Oh, that's famous? Being on a
No,
Wayne
I don't
Shorter
know.
album?
Look, I'll take a win. All right.
I'll take
Frank
a
Cuomo.
win.
Frank Cuomo. Boom. Okay. He had his headphones in. It was in a CD player, so as not to accidentally start a conversation with a stranger. Footnote alert. Did we already read this? Did we already
Yeah.
read this?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm not. It's fine. Everything's okay. Calm
A
down.
guy on a bike hits him. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. No. And he screams, "What the fuck?" I wrote Sudi here. So I must think this is how Studi would have handled the situation. Larry's nodding.
No, I
You
totally
call
see this happening.
you calling me a fuck? No. I said what the fuck, which is totally different. I know you just called me a fuck. You sideswiped me. So I said what the fuck, which is more of a reaction to before I could continue the guy headbutted me. And I wrote 3 cheers for that guy. 3 cheers. Woohoo.
Imagine still being so worked up over this that you've got to put it in your book. Like, oh, he got.
Imagine
Gid.
a guy arguing with you, and then you're just like, I'm just gonna headbutt this guy. He's so annoying. I'm just fucking douche.
Hero.
Yeah, he's one of the many heroes. So he calls Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's like, "You gotta go fight this guy." And he goes, "Okay." So he puts all his groceries away, and then he goes outside.
Well, he keeps making a joke because the guy said, "I'm packing,"
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
Brian doesn't know what it means. Har
Yeah,
har
he-
har.
Yep. He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." I like that he probably told Kurt Angle. He said he was packing. Kurt Angle, "Go get shot. Go out there and get shot." I was souped up on adrenaline. I didn't care. I marched out the door of my apartment. Footnote alert. After putting away my perishables, I'm not a cave person.
Perishables.
So he's looking around outside. You got anything?
No.
Because I don't have anything until at the end I go, what have we learned?
Well, he just he says he gets a rush of testosterone from just being out there and not seeing anybody. Then about a week later, I wrote a vignette with Goldust dressed as the crocodile hunter.
And that's the one that we talked about where
And then,
Yes.
I tried to look up where he was living, 3rd and 27th. There's not really much notable about it, so there was nothing there.
what are we thinking? This might be the man that controls creative. He's tweeting Joker gifts.
I would almost welcome it. It'd be a nice change. Go back to the Raw guest host era. Again, I think that's really Brian's sweet spot.
You guys don't even know his SNL thing. I feel like I have like secret information about his SNL experience.
Why, he was there when The Rock hosted?
He was in the writers' room for some of it.
Man.
You want to look? I'm like, oh my god! Like I told you guys, I wrote pathetic so many times, and like, this guy's the worst. It's not great. It's not good. Your opinion of this man is not going to be boosted
Okay.
or bolstered.
Get it.
Gus, final thoughts?
I
Do we want to
mean,
do another chapter? I'll do it. I've read ahead. I'm gonna say it's gonna be no.
No. I'm good. I'm good with wrapping up shortly.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is important work. It's just, he's so exhausting.
Artwork is
Everything
on
about
par
him
with
is
Jim
exhausting.
Henson.
I mean, I know you're going to be an expert witness for this chapter,
Mhm.
right? You're the SNL expert.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, I wrote down the writers. I have it all. Oh yeah. I've got the notes taken. Oh yeah. Colin, what do you think? Now that it's over, come on in. Good episode, bad episode.
Yeah, good episode. Yeah.
Is Wilson not trending downward right now?
A little,
Yeah.
a touch, just a touch.
You're starting to slip.
There's still an ice cube.
I agree with Larry though. Brian can't be much worse.
Okay,
I
Who's
always
your
vote for
favorite-
chaos. So
you're like the Joker gift that he sent.
there
You love
go.
that. Colin, who's your favorite worker? Be honest.
I have to.
And it can
pick
be
a
in the
favorite?
Discord. Yeah, it can be in the Discord too.
Oh, well then. I like everyone equally except for Sudi.
Wow. Now do just the three of us.
Oh, come
And I
on.
know who it is. Say Larry. Do it. Say Larry.
I'm a Larry fan, yeah.
All right. I mean, this is a great episode, right, Larry?
Yeah.
We covered it all.
Yeah.
Should we do an after hours where I finish this and dive in more?
No. I'm tired.
Okay. You're tired. That's fair. Gus, any last words?
No, I'm tired too.
I'm not tired. I'm strong. All right, let's go. Oh, Larry left. Bye.
Good night.